The way the group reacted to Mim's words just showed that they agreed with the feeling that they might not be proceeding through the forest fast enough. I understand that this will impact the time normally dedicated to hunting and cooking food, but I'm worried that things are moving faster than anyone anticipated, Mim continued. Even if he felt apprehensive about what Mim was saying, James was the first to say, "The fact that you might be right. I think it's a good idea to follow your lead and keep going through the night." He took a deep breath before letting it out slowly. "I hope that tonight will be as uneventful as usual." Mim smiled gratefully at James. A strong wind blew through the forest, causing branches to sway. It made the forest feel as though it were reacting to their words. "You sure about this?" Maya asked him. James held Maya's hand. "There's too much at stake." "But what happens if we aren't strong enough due to moving too quickly through the forest?" Maya expressed her concerns about the future. "The problem is that things could get worse if we don't hurry and instead take our time. At least that's what I think Mim is trying to say." James looked at Mim. Nodding, Mim said to Maya, "While it's true that the monsters will get stronger the deeper we travel into this place, the reality is that things may be beyond what eating and focusing on absorbing energy could result in." "Well, if we're going to do what you're suggesting, I think we should just get going then," Adam bluntly said. Even though he didn't seem happy about the situation, his answer made it clear that he wasn't going to stand in the way. Raul looked at Adam. He then looked at Celine. "I'll go with what you think." "I think that Mim is bringing up reasonable points. We've also been following what Mim felt we should do, and I don't see any reason to stop now," Celine said to her brother. "It seems like we're all in agreement." Mim checked with everyone. Each of them nodded their heads, accepting what Mim suggested. "Thank you, everyone," Mim said, knowing that it wasn't easy for everyone to just agree. "I get the feeling that the guild knew that these types of issues would come up. So, it's likely another reason why they chose our two groups." James mentally agreed with Mim's assessment of the situation. The Adventurers Guild knew that the request would be likely impossible, practically a suicide mission. Though James's group would come out okay, Mim's group would be walking towards their death in an attempt to help understand, potentially even solving, what was happening in the world. But in order to be able to move forward while things may escalate beyond what they could imagine, the critical part would be both the synergy of the group and their ability to handle stress and uncertainty. Though their groups hadn't known one another for long, their ability to adapt could potentially be stronger than most groups in the guild. Just shows how scary the guild can be with their ability to gather information, on top of knowing group dynamics for each member registered. James tried not to think too hard on the resources at the guild's disposal. As they adjusted their armor, making sure everything was set and ready, even though there was no combat, they began getting back into formation. "Celine, I just want you to stay within sight, but keep an eye out. Even if we're decreasing the time we get to deal with a threat, it's more important that you're safe," Mim directed the elf. Standing in front of the group, Celine looked back at Mim. "I'm only going to be able to give us seconds to react." "That's fine," Mim brushed off the elf's concern. On top of what happened, I agreed that sacrificing a bit of time is better than potentially having you go into that state from before. Raul said to his half-sister, "It may be odd, but with how things are now, I'd rather know that you're safe."